That kind of didn't really work out, and I imagine it sounded terrible. But good evening. I hope you're all well. And it's another Monday Night Live. So let me get my stupid windows all over the place. But there we go. Now then, I nearly did horrible things going on there. Anyway, I'm a bit blown out this evening, missus. Let me just change this one, and then we can. No. Oh no. Right, let's go with that, shall we? Good evening. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining me again for another Monday Night Live. Mr. Todd is back this week. He had his birthday last week and had a jolly old time. So he's back again this week. We're hopefully going to be a little bit shorter tonight than we usually are. So we'll see how we get on. Now then, if you can hear any fans running in the background, I apologize, but it's damn hot in here. So hopefully you can get hold of that one. So if this is your first time watching this on the pre-recorded, no, you're not live, not right now, but if you're watching this on catch up kind of thing, then scroll forward just for the next 10 minutes. I'm just going to say hello to people in chat. So if you are in chat, let me know who you are and where you're from, and then we will launch into the how's your father, what's it called, vlog thing, Monday Night Live. Boom. Right, so let's see who you are and where you're from and all that sort of good stuff. So then, right, let's get stuck into where we are. I think the stream is looking okay, and if you've got really glitchy streaming, kind of just refresh your page and see if that fixes that one. So Colette is in here from Lancashire. Old Lois is in here. I can see that one. Legion Vapes is in it. Diddy, right? How you getting on, Dean? I'm all right, my friend. How are you? Sounds like you're underwater. Does it? Does it really? Is the sound buggered? Oh, don't stress me out. Turn off that fan and see if that helps, right? Let me know how it sounds. Because if I'm using the wrong microphone, I'm not going to be happy. Right, sounds fine. Jolly good. Right. Right, where do we get to? Viv is in, Dean and everyone else. I'm here from Murky Midlands. Was that? Midlands in Coventry. Miguel Ortiz is in here. Robert Galvin, hi Dean. Robert Laura from Birchwood, Wisconsin, USA. Love the Bastion. Thank you very much indeed. Happy belated birthday to Mr. Todd. Gareth Martin, how you doing, Gareth? Kevin Smith from Leamington Spa. Fantastic. Colette, no, I've said hello to you. Mick Blizzard, you can't afford to be any shorter. He's up. Where'd that come from? What? You got a point, right? But you know. What? Lynn Smith is in Swansea. James McDonough is in London. Dave Apes in Tunbridge Wells. Grumpy Old Vapor morning from Manila in the Philippines. Good evening from Burton-on-Trent, says Paul Burford. David Parr in Windy, Kent. It's been a bit of a play around on the old weather, isn't it, recently? What else we got going on here? Mikhail from Sweden. I think that's Mikhail Eriksson. I'm going to say that, and hopefully I've not got it wrong. Jazzman from Vegas. I need to go to Vegas at some point in time. Oh, is it the ETC Vegas thing this coming weekend? I think it is, isn't it? Is it? I don't know. What else we got going on here? Dirk is from Frankfurt. Rick Mason from Royal Wootton Bassett. Mark Foster from Gloucestershire. Jared is in Kingsport, Tennessee. Fantastic. Jared, do you get around a bit? You're not always in there, are you? I can't remember. Dustin Vapor, looking good from Tennessee. Oh, look at that. 2 people from Tennessee. Oh. Gareth Welch. Gareth is from Scotland. Hi, Dean from T. What? Darren James? Hi, Dean from T. What that means, I don't know. Guy Brush 3-print, hello Vapor Biker, and hello Todd's Reviews, all the way over there from Germany. Wolfheart, cheers from Cairo, Egypt. Fantastic, sounds better now. Good stuff. Maybe it was the fan kind of blow. I don't know. What else we got going on? So if you see me start sweating later on, I apologize. It's not a good look. Even Dean from 100 miles south of Shrewsbury. That's a bit random, Graham, but all right, Graham. What else we got going on here? And my chat just went all a little bit silly, and I don't know what I'm doing now. Right, Darren James is from the moon, apparently. Fair enough. What else we got? Waiting is from Reading, Funkadelic Fan from the Essex Marshes. What else we got? Denmark here again tonight, like every Monday. Nice to see you, Nia Nula. Carlos Pickstar from Johannesburg, South Africa. Hi, Dean. A shop in my country, Bulgaria. Got the Bassium in stock today. Couldn't be happier. Getting it tomorrow. Fantastic, Peter. Good to know that one. Thank you very much indeed. Neil M from County Durham. And now you're frozen. He says I'm frozen. I think other people are seeing me okay, but let's see how we go. Hi from Antwerp, Belgium, says me Smoky. Simon Knowles. Hi, Dean. Hope you're good. I'm a little bit hot and sweaty. Well, we can talk about that in a little while. Norway in the house. Ingvar. Is that a little bit like Ingve? Malmsteen. Sound is good, but color balance. Just look. I tell you, I'm just gonna. There we go. How's that? Is that better on the color balance? I know it's all kinds of off. I'll go into that in a little while. USA Kentucky, says JTH Reviews. Paul Hewitt from Portsmouth. Sounds fine, just different from your normal streams. Jim Olds, Lang May Lumbrick. What? Oh, there's people just confusing me tonight, isn't there? MTN Tom is in from the marvelous MTN Coils, mtn.co.uk. Go and check mtncoils.co.uk. Go and check him out. What else we got going on here? Hot like hell here in Sweden too, says Mikael. What else? I don't see Mr. Todd yet. That's because he's hiding. He'll come on shortly. That's what she said. Greetings from Richmond, VA. 4% represent. All right, Jules. Nice to see a couple of the 4% members in here. I think I've counted 3 or 4 of you in here so far, so thank you very much indeed. What else we got? Michelle, Dull Dime Mods. Hey, look, you can't really see it, but that's my Dull Dime sitting in there. Just sort of pride of place under a light. You can't really see it in this light, but trust me, it's there. Okay, Google, studio light on. See if that works.
Sorry, it looks like the studio light isn't available at the moment.
Twat. Doesn't work. Oh, make myself giggle. Nathan is here. Greetings, one and all from Weymouth. Hell yeah, cheers from Zurich, Switzerland, says Mace Vapor. What else we got? Greetings from Finland, says Chris Buddy. I don't know how to say your last name, Chris. I'm sorry. What else we got going on here? Hello, Mr. Biker from WA, USA. Ruben Ferrari. I don't know where WA is. I think I threw a guess at that before, but probably got it wrong. Say hello to my brother, Matt. Will you please, Dean? Viv's brother, Matt. Hello. Nice to see you. Thank you very much for joining us. What else have we got? Mohammed is in from Kuwait. All good here. Just shooting some bells. How are you? I'm all right, Tom. Thank you very much indeed. Stuart Legg, hi from Cornwall. Hello from Tennessee, says Stephen Marshall. Ian Morgan, hi from NI, Northern Ireland. Hello, biker from the Philippines. Oh, no. Eljon? Is that right, Eljon? I think maybe that's right. Maybe that isn't. We'll see how we get on. What else have we got going on here? Hey from Colorado, USA, says Nighthawk. No, Nighthawk. Wasn't there an 80? Was it not? No, Street Hawk. There wasn't a Nighthawk, was there? I'll ask Todd in a little while. Glennee's boss left high. Don't know what that means at all. Very confusing. Ian Strudwick, evening, Dean, from sunny Felixstowe. Timmy, good evening, Dean, from Birmingham. Good evening. How you doing? First time live from Philadelphia. Thank you very much for joining us, Meech. I hope we don't bore you too much. If not, then hopefully I'll give you a little bit of a distraction from the rest of the day. Michelle is in Philly in the US. Kevin K, Honolulu, Hawaii. Greece is in the house. Vagos, Yasu. Taking tips from don't look. Stop it. Stop it, Rob. Hi from Sunny's. I'm having a vape. Hold you on. Banana. First time to catch you live. Have you not been here before? I'm sure I recognize you before. But thank you very much for joining us, Banana. Tommy Lapisto, Ulo, Finland, says hello. Ulo, hello to you as well. Where is Swarzy's in? Swarzy is in. There we go. It's all gone horribly wrong right now. Klaus Peterson is in from Denmark, and that is the 10 minutes up. If I didn't get to you, I do apologize, but I could be going on all bloody night, to be honest with you. It's the guitar in my avatar. Oh, okay. I know a Nighthawk guitar. Wasn't there a sort of a really kind of angry Nighthawk? Was it? Who made the Nighthawk? Doesn't look like your I'm thinking of a different guitar. Now you may see me cry a little bit here because I'm now going to drop a blind, and I know for a fact that somewhere here there is a rather large spider. Now I should have done this beforehand, so if it does jump out and try and tear my face off, you don't see a grown man cry. But let's just do that. Let's just do that. That's close enough. Right. I think we're good to go. Okay, so yes. Now then, when it comes to the old camera stream, so let's chill out, have a drink and a vape, and then we'll get going. Right. Jobs are good. That really needs to be juiced up. So I have been trying this week a whole bunch of things. There's been a whole mess of things going over the last couple of days. And one of those things was using a different lot of software to do the streaming with. You don't really need to get bogged down into all of that sort of malarkey. But if I push this all the way up and then take my brightness down, does that help? Does that help? Is that a little bit more natural, or do I look, like a ghost? Stop fanning around, Dean. It is what it is. Right. So, yes, I spent a bunch of time doing stuff. Now, I love having a Mac. I know there's a lot of people out there that go, oh, no, Macs, and all this sort of malarkey. But I love a Mac. For a creative, Macs are brilliant. They're great pieces of kit. They really, really are. And because, oh, no, just no. And because of that, occasionally, once in a blue moon, you'll run up to something that just doesn't really work overly well with Macs. And the software that I'm trying to be using with OBS and Zoom, not a great fan of Macs. Not a great fan of Macs at all. So I spent a large portion of yesterday, when I should have been doing a review, fannying around with that to try and make it a really good stream so we can use different cameras and all that sort of stuff. Turns out, not happening. So like watching The Walking Dead on live. I tell you, you lot are going to be the death of me. I'm going to view it on the watch page now. Now, if this all goes horribly wrong, and you, oh no, what are you on about? It's not too bad. Not brilliant, but it's not too bad. That'll do. Shut your faces. Right, hang on. If I do some of that. And then some of that. Nah, fuck. Software, yes. So bit of a nightmare. Should have been recording reviews. Thought it was one of those moments of going, it's only going to be a 5-minute job. No problems. I'll be fine. And no, turned out to be an absolute sod of a thing. And there's been lots of things going on of me posting in forums, remember forums, and all manner of bits and bobs to try and get things sorted. And it's been a gigantic pain in the hoop. So that's why you've got to deal with this. However, what we have got is just for a little bit of shits and giggles, if required, if there is a requirement, I can go to a secondary camera and show you things. So whoopoo, like that sort of good shit. You see, so it's not a complete fail. It's not really what you call a win, but it's not really a complete fail either. Right, there it is. So there we go. We'll get there. Now, I have not prepared tonight at all. The beard's a mess. I've been messing around on all sorts of things. I've got a couple of other bits of kind of hardware to help me doing streaming and various odds and sods and things and stuff. Elgato do some amazing things, and I've recently got something called an Elgato Stream Deck, which is just the tits. It's so clever. It's so cool. And I'm really, really into it. But yeah, so I've been fanning around with that. Now then, one of the things I wanted to talk about this on this Monday Night Live was going to be about the proposed taxation coming into the EU, and it's got kind of like, I think they're going for like a standardized taxation, but there's no idea what level that taxation is going to be set at. So I've been in touch with a few people in the industry and a few people in the know to try and get some more details for you guys, and I've not been able to get very much because they've had a public consultation period, but we don't know whether they're going to start taxing us at 0% or whether they're going to tax us at 40%. We have anything in between. We don't know what's going on with that yet, and so it's a rather stressful situation, but I've been trying to find out as much information as I can in the background, so to give you guys courses of action. So far the only thing that I can really talk about is carry on doing what we've done in the past when it comes to education. So it's always a good idea to sort of contact your local councillors and politicians and all that sort of stuff. Just let them know where you stand on vaping and how important it is, because if it's not just for this fight, it's then helping educate to be on for the next fight and the next fight and the next fight, because there will be many of them. Now obviously we didn't do anything, or we weren't able to do anything about the juice bottle sizes in squonkers or the 2 ml bungs in tanks. We've not been able to do anything about those, so nothing bigger than 2 ml when it comes to tanks or juice bottles. Now a couple of people have asked me what the score is when it comes to bringing stuff into the UK. So if you order it from China or abroad or wherever. Now, I think we touched on it last week, but I know for sure that companies like FedEx are being super tight on it and finding out if things are TPD friendly or TPD kind of, okay. That's something, I get a lot of products come to me, obviously, and there is the only people that I tend to have a problem with and get messages from and saying, can you call us and let us know what's in this box? Is it TPD allowed and all this sort of good stuff, is FedEx. No, UPS. I'm lying to you, not FedEx, it's still UPS. UPS to the buggers. So yeah, it's a tough one. If you're going to be going and buying abroad stuff that is not TPD friendly, then it's going to be, and for the foreseeable, it's a little bit of a shit show. And the annoying thing on this one, as far as I can remember, importing, there was no border control when it came to purchase of your own stuff. So I don't really know the legality. There's more that we've got to do on finding that one out, but just wanted to kind of give you guys a bit of a, I don't know, bit of a dialogue going on there on that one. But I am working hard in the background to try and find out as much information so I can make sure that I do bring that out to you ASAP. Now then, what else have we got? Kimmy Vapes is in. All right, Kimmy, how are you doing? Todd's in chat. He's throwing around the ban hammer if anyone misbehaves. As always, just be nice. Don't be a dick. Don't be a dick. We don't slag off other reviewers. We don't kind of cause grief and shit. This is a safe zone. Let's have a cup of tea and a hug. So first of all, I don't know what I've had in over the last week, so that doesn't help things. But I know that one thing. Well, I've got some juice to talk about, not juice review, but I've got some juice to talk about. The other thing that I've got to talk about is fucking I did a couple of reviews. We had the Not Another Dripping Atomizer, the NADA. We did that one last Monday, actually. So does it count as this week? Kind of, maybe. Kind of does. And the what was the last one? Anyone got any clue? Fucking useless, I tell you. See, now, occasionally, this is where you really do, not want to try and just swing by the seat of your pants and going for it. You do want to actually pay attention and get shit done. Here we bloody go. Then the Reverie was the other one. So boof, there we go. Those are what's happened over the last 7 days. Now I had anticipated to do more, but for one reason or another I was unable to. But at least we got 2 out kind of last week, so hopefully we'll do at least that again this week. So jobs are bloody good. And now then, what have I been vaping on? So we've got the black Basium, and I've got the drop solo on the on top of there. Now I've been rocking a whole mess of the different builds and different caps and things and stuff. I've been in contact with Brian to ask him a question or two about it as well, just because there's a couple of points that I might mention in the review. I haven't turned that sound off on my phone. Yes, that one's going to be coming up this coming week, so that's going to be fun. What else have we got going on? I've also been rocking the stainless with the Hadley on it once again. That's been happening. I did actually bring out the stainless Dreamer and thought, oh, voltage drop, and then watched Mooch's videos. If you've not seen them yet, go and check out Mooch's channel, because he's done a couple of fantastic videos. And if you're a mech head and you like your mechs and people keep saying, oh, it doesn't make any difference if it's stainless or copper, or go and check out the last couple of videos that Mooch has put out, because they're incredibly technically useful. Do you know what I mean? It actually talks about why we love copper devices as much as we do. A lot of people, and when I test a mech, you know, it'll be a sort of a certain amount of voltage drop or whatever, and a lot of people will say, well, you won't notice that, you won't notice it. But as Mooch has shown, you could potentially have a difference of up to kind of 5-8 watts or whatever else, which doesn't sound a lot, but if you're going between 58 and well, 50 and 58, that's quite a jump. So, you know, it's a thing. It's a thing. Snaggletooth is in from Sheringham. What else we got going on? I've still got the blue one as well, the blue Basium with the Warrior. Anyone see my pics on Instagram or on the Facebook page? Did anyone see those today? I did have, I was grumpy this morning, so I thought, do you know what? I've never done something called focus stacking, when you take a picture and then you kind of alter your focus and then you throw it all together. And I'm really pleased. I took a picture of the post especially, which I'm very pleased about. I think that's rather good, but not perfect, but I'm super happy about it. So that is that. Now, stuff that's come in. I think I had this last week. Did I have this last week? Someone in chat let me know whether I had this Nova kit from Geek Vape. Let me know if this was if I had this last week. If not, I will in fact, fuck it. Let's just go. Let's use the other. We've got it. Let's not screen share, Dean. We've got the other camera. Let's just make that other camera do some work, shall we? Right, good. Now then. So, yes, I know my, yeah, I know, white balance, shush. But this is it. Now, a bunch of the other reviewers managed to get their names engraved on there. I said that I didn't want that. So, you know, this is why it's the way it is. What's really weird on this are these kind of, these ripples going on. It's a strange thing. The box itself is a little bit shorter than the old Sigeli 100 watt. That's something that surprised me, because it reminded me massively of that one. It does have, when you take off that door in there, boof, that's what you got going on inside. Once again, fairly kind of simple and straightforward. This mod apparently is something that they wanted to achieve in being very simple and straightforward. Now then, the screen, as you can see there, what to expect from it. The buttons, the fire button is kind of is clicky, but it does kind of move around a little bit from side to side. The up and down buttons are nice and clicky, which is good. But I've been using it, and yeah, we'll see how we get on with that. Now, on top of here at the moment is the Cerberus tank. Now, as you know, not really a huge tank guy, but I thought I would give it a go, and I don't like it at all. I'm not a fan of this tank in the slightest. But the mod, functional, does the trick. Possibly a decent little beta mod, although I've got a feeling it's quite expensive. So there we go. That's that. But if you've got any questions about the Nova, then feel free to ask away. I don't know if I'm able to answer them at this moment in time, but certainly go ahead and ask away. I think Todd's got one of these as well, so we'll ask what his opinion of it is as well. Now then, let's move back up to the other camera, and it'll flash and do all sorts of, oh, come on, settle down. There we go. Now then, drink Fanta. All right, sugar-free Fanta, though. Now then, don't do juice reviews. However, Darkstar did recently send me their a couple of new flavors that they've come out with. So I made a bunch of them the other day. There's a bunch that are steeping away, and I'm actually allowing them to steep, which is very, very good. But I thought I'd just share with you, once again, not a juice review, but just sharing info. This Darkstar Zeus is a strawberry lemonade. Really enjoying this at the minute. As you can see, this was nice and full 2 days ago, and that's I think I've done about 12 mil of that just today, maybe 18 mil of that just today actually, and I know I did 24 mil of it on yesterday. So that's quite nice. We've also got this fruit fusion, which is quite nice. Quite enjoying this one. This, by the way, the strawberry lemonade. The lemonade comes through more than the strawberry, but it's quite pleasant. This fruit fusion, once again, quite nice and funky. We've also got some green slush going on. Now, green slush, I thought would be apple. Turns out no, it's lemon and lime kind of vibe. Now, one of the things that I thought was cool with these guys. Obviously, I put the thing in the mixing cupboard. Is that, you know, when you buy Nick shots, right? You buy your like 10 mil Nick shot, and that's that. What these guys are also offering you, not a paid sponsorship, by the way, but what they're also offering you is a windy pot. It's Coolada shots. So basically, you get one of these 250 ml bottles, you dump in your nicotine, you dump in a Coolada shot, and then you've got that, but with that kind of cool, refreshing whiz thing going on in it as well. So I thought that was quite nice. I was quite impressed with that one. I've not done it to any of these because I didn't really fancy any Coolada, but it's a thing, and it's happening, and it's there. Now, there was absolutely something else that I wanted to talk to you about. I did put a thing up, I think last week on Instagram, about whether I should do a review of this Pico Squeeze 2, and I'm pretty damn confident that I will do. It was kind of almost 50-50. A few people edged it forward with yes, do one. So I'll probably do a live stream on that one. I am still working on the live stream for the marvelous and very sexy Vicious Ant DNA 75C, which it's just fucking glorious, isn't it? It's absolutely lovely. I've got it sitting there with the Radius 2 sitting on top of there at the moment, so full on Vicious Ant, and I'm really, really enjoying it. I took a load of footage out in a field with a car for my B-roll for it the other day, well, last week, and I've been trying to get into doing the editing, but for one reason or another, not been able to. But that is coming very, very soon. Now, is there anything else I need to tell you? Is there anything else I need to tell you? I want to go hell for leather. Like I said last week, the idea was to get a bunch of live streams doing, and just so I could make sure that I could clear the decks a little bit. And yeah, I've failed miserably.
Almost.
All right, Mr. Markey, how you doing, buddy?
I'll tell you, I have to play you at poker because I would rape you. You'd be shit. You just, have you got a button set up in your new thing for?
I have not. No.
I
was going to show people, but I didn't think people would really care about it. But I'm just going.
No, you should, because it's very, very cool. It's very cool.
All right. I'll share people with you crazy people, a new thing for those tech heads or for people that make videos and stuff. This could be something that you could be into. Hang on, where are we? Back in. Talk amongst yourselves for a minute. Woof. There we go. Now that is all kinds of wrong, isn't it? I don't know. See, it's using this camcorder. Why did I think a camcorder was a good idea? Right. So what this is the Elgato Stream Deck, and so what you do is you basically make your own buttons and your own things and your stuff and what have you, and it just allows you to press a button and you can make many things happen, and it's ridiculously cool. And if I go into like different, I've even put my little face on a button there. Look. What? Marvelous, isn't it? Marvelous. Anyway, that's that. So it's a thing, and I've got one, and it's marvelous. Where is it? There it is. You just wanted to see if I'd fucked up then. How's your week been, Mr. Todd? What are you up to? What's going on? What's happening?
Oh, bugger all. Not a thing. I live, you know, at my age, I live a very quiet, secluded life, and no, nothing. I'm getting all, and I know you're not going. More the pity. But I'm starting to get my Vape Fest fever going. I'm starting to get excited about it. So I'm looking forward to that. So I am now getting to the point where I'm starting to lose sleep over deciding what I should take with me.
Oops.
So that's I really want to take this with me. I want to take that because I just think it would be so cool. But
and it would last you all weekend on battery life.
It would do indeed. But yeah, it's just a bit too heavy. But other than that, what's been going on? New toys or anything that I can show you? Not really. Oh, yes, you're right. I do have this one as well.
Yeah. So tell me what your thoughts are on that Cerberus tank. First off.
Right. I pulled a sickie at the weekend, and I spent some time in my bed, and this is what I was using for most of the weekend.
Right.
And I thought the mod, when it arrived, was shit. Didn't like it at all, but I've got used to it, and I don't mind it that much. I still think they should have rounded the corners off a lot more.
Yeah, completely agree.
But the tank has finally broken in.
No.
Yeah, finally. And it's still a sub-tank vape. I mean, it's nothing that's going to blow your socks off, but it's not shit.
Is it a nickel coil?
I never asked them. I've not a clue. I've not a clue.
It's been a tough one recently because I've been trying to vape on it and I've been getting a bit of headache. And I don't know whether it's because of the weather and being a bit dehydrated or whatever, or not. But that was the reason I didn't do the reviews last week. I knew there was something I wanted to say. Over 30 degrees, and you can tell me what your shed's like, because this has been between like 30 and 32 degrees up in here without the studio lights on, which is, you can't work in that. It's fucking ridiculous.
I did 2 reviews last week, and I really shouldn't have, because they were, I mean, my reviewing level is usually way down here, but it was even below there because I'm sweating.
Yeah.
All I wanted to do was get out the shed as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
But, there's a reverb on Dean's side, echo.
Is there? Bastard. Right. I can hear it from you.
Is it me that's echoing or you that is echoing?
I am going to just move my microphone just a hint towards me to see if that fixes it. Job's a good one.
But yeah, it was incredibly hot, and it's kind of funny. Typical Scotland. They're miserable bastards up here. We really are. I mean, it's been raining for about 2 days. And I was down the town earlier on, and I heard somebody saying, fucking shite summer we had here. It's been raining the whole time. It's not rained for 6 weeks, and then we have 2 days of rain, and it's, pure misery.
But didn't it though? Oh, the echo is definitely coming from your end. It rained hard though, didn't it?
Yes, very hard. Very hard.
Super scary. But it was like everyone on Facebook one day was like, oh, it's too hot, I want it to be better. And then the next day, oh, it's too wet, I want it to stop raining. Just fucking what? Yeah, you can't. I don't know about you. Are you a sort of an equally heavy vapor when you're hot and sweaty as you are when you're a bit cooler?
Oh yeah, I sweat a lot after sex. No, that's not what you asked. Anyway, I just vape. I don't actually vape a lot. I don't vape a lot by modern standards, shall we say?
Yeah.
I mean, my personal preference is 20-25 watts. So I continue to. I couldn't do cloudy in the heat.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just, oh, no. Because you just, you need to take in so much water in that heat. And if you're vaping like that at the same time, it's going to be, nah, I saw that.
Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean. It's like, I mean, when it comes to summer, I like bright, fruity flavors, and then when it comes to winter, I like my custards and all that sort of stuff. So I think what you vape definitely is related to what's going on with the weather. But yeah, recently the idea of being in 30+ degrees, trying to record a review whilst just looking ridiculous. I used to do it. I'd done it before, and there are some videos on my channel with me with a bright red face, just piddling with sweat.
Yeah.
And it's not a good look. It's one of those videos that you don't really want people to go and see, you know?
Do you think that might be one of the issues with the EQ?
Maybe. So with the EQ, yeah, I mean, there has been a couple of pods that have had a bit of an issue leaking, and I've spoken to Inikin about it, and they are going to look into it, find out exactly what's going on, check on their QC and all that sort of good stuff, and send me out some new ones to see how it goes. How do you feel about the EQ anyway?
Right, I've not had any problems with mine. I've not had any problems at all. It's not leaked one bit, and it's worked fine. I think the adjustment for adjusting the power settings is the most stupid setup I've ever seen. It's shit. It really is. Do you know, it reminds me of when Puggy used to go and play the Puggies slot machines.
Right.
And you had a nudge and all the lights start flashing and you just had to smack it and hope you got the right one. Well, that's kind of what that reminds me of. But I'm actually getting not too shabby a vape from it, and it is kind of mouth to lung. So
yeah,
I mean, enjoying it.
The draw isn't too bad at all. It does get a little bit warm around that sort of top section. I've noticed that one, but I'm just going to let people know what that button situation is about in case they're unaware of it, really. Right, so this is where are we? There we go. So the button, obviously, here, it's an Inikin product, so it's 3 clicks and it turns on like that, and it flashes a red light and a white light. Then when you fire it, it flashes a white light. I fucking hate fire buttons that light up because your fingers are over them. So how are you expected to do it? Anyway, right, turning that off again. And I'll put the camera on the mirror. Turning that off again. Now, to switch from high to low power, you keep your finger on it, and then it'll start flashing in a minute. So white is low power, red is high power. And then so to go on high power, you just take your finger off there, boof, that's how that works. Then you turn it on again, does all the flashes. But, and what Mark's talking about now, is when you fire it again, it still lights up white. And that's because that is telling you that's your battery indicator rather than whether you're in high or low power. So even if you're in high power, when you fire it, it does look as though you're in low power.
It's a weird one. I mean, as a general rule of thumb, I do like Inikin products. They do tend to make very good products, but I don't know about this one. I really don't know.
I think it's very close to being quite good.
Yes. The only thing I don't like is the top cap. You know, when you put the top cap on, and then when you try to get that off, it 9 out of 10 times it actually takes the pod out with it.
You know, you're pressing the wrong bit, don't you?
Yeah, I know. I can squeeze it in.
That bit. No, just press that bit there.
What bit?
The side, the big flat side.
Well, fuck me. It's like I've just seen Jesus walking in water for the first time. Look at that. I'm just. Is that in the manual?
No, I don't know.
I'll have to read the manual at some point. Oh no, I'm so going to piss Karen off doing that. That's going to be me all night. I'm impressed.
I might not do as many videos as you, but I'm pro as fuck.
Do you know what it's like? It's, do you know, have you seen the YouTube video where they're doing the magicians doing card tricks to the monkey in the zoo? Kind of like that.
Oh, that's made me. You've just made me have a little bit of a sweat on there. We're laughing too much.
I've lost the top. There's so much shit lost in this shed floor now. No, I don't know where it's gone. Anyway, swiftly moving on. I'll show you something else that I got this week that you might. This is the new Atty that's coming out from Eden Mods. This is the Salix. Is it the
Okay,
Salix?
yeah.
Tell me I've given it the right name. It's not the Bob. Salix. That's what it is. So this arrived. This will be getting released at Vape Fest.
Yeah.
There'll be a soft release, I think they call it there, and then it'll go to their website and on. It's not bad. It's actually it's not bad at all. The cartridge system it's got in the front is quite clever. I don't know if you've seen that, haven't you? This probably won't show. You've got a little cartridge there on the front.
Yeah.
That you can. So you get different sized ones that come with it.
Yeah.
So you can drop them in and out. But they also include a blank one that you can drill out to whatever you want yourself.
Oh shit.
Which I thought was a nice idea. And it does look like an Eden Mods product. You know, it's got the dimples going around it and all that.
Yeah, it looks very much like the is it the AFC on the bottom of the rose, was it? Or just under
Yes.
Yeah.
And yeah, now don't start. I'm just saying, don't start.
Me?
Yeah, I know what you're like. And you cannot. There will be. They did send it on, but it'll be an optional extra. You'll get a slam cap for it as well. And don't. Just don't. It's not funny. It's not clever. I know you're just showing off to your friends, but just rein it in. And I got another Atty in as well. This is from the Philippines. I don't know how to pronounce this. Is it the Iora or something like that? Yeah, Iora. It's just an RSA. That's what they call it now.
All right. Okay.
But it's a 20 mil RDA.
Oh, what material is the base of that? Is the black bit?
Now this comes with Ultim, PMMA. It comes with a whole heap of top caps, drip tips, beauty rings, the lot.
Right.
It's from the Philippines. I think it's 100. I think it works out about £85 for the whole lot.
Okay.
And it's not shit. It's actually quite good. But it's strange because the Atty itself is 20 millimeters in diameter. You use the beauty ring, and that takes it out to 23 millimeters in diameter.
Oh, the black bit on the bottom's a beauty ring, is it?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but I think that's pretty sexy, like that.
That's all right. I'm getting a bit confused and a bit annoyed with clear top caps. I've never really been a huge fan. The only clear top caps I've ever really enjoyed were the Trinity glass caps. Remember those guys? They used to make the glass caps for a whole bunch of different RDAs. I did a video on them years ago, and I love them. I think I've still got them knocking around somewhere, but they won't fit any of my atomizers these days. But they're sending me something new. I don't know what they're sending me. But what I used to like about those was their glass. So it doesn't really they didn't really collect too much of the condensation, then it stayed there. Do you know what I mean? But with acrylic, sort of like see-through acrylic-y sort of things, they just seem to look a little bit funkier. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like juice collects up. Like on this, the drop that I'm using at the moment has the juice collect up all around kind of the top cap section right around here. And it just looks horrible.
I think it depends on on the quality of the material and how well it's been polished.
Yeah.
I mean, I know the the Munoz brothers, Bell Caps. I mean, they've been doing stuff since the Kanger sub-tank days.
Yeah.
And their stuff is fantastic. It's really good. But yeah, I know exactly. Some gear just looks shit with a clear top cap on it.
Yeah. It's just, and it is just the collection. I'm going to do the camera thing again because I want to show people what I'm talking about here, just so people don't know that people know that I'm not completely talking out of my house. Are we going to focus? Kinda. There we go, ish. Yeah, you can see kind of just all around that sort of top section there that I mean, this isn't super old. I re-wicked it and recoiled it on Saturday, I think it was. It's just, it just doesn't look pretty. You can't, it's too kind of monkey, so you can't really see in there and see what's going on. So you can't really see your coil. So all you see is your wicks. Do you know what I mean? And it's just not I don't know. Aesthetically, doesn't make me happy. But there you go. Anyway, if you've got any questions, Gareth Lynch, Dean, you're very echoey. I don't know what to do about that. Steam Tuner ones is awesome. Yes, Steam Tuner were good as well. Right. It seems like everyone's got a vicious sound except me. I feel left out. Yeah, but everyone has. You are. Yep, you're just not in the Cool Kids Club. If you've got any questions, don't forget we're not going to be going on for 2 hours or anything stupid tonight. So if you've got any questions, get them in. Start them with @VapingBiker or @Todd's Reviews, and we will get to them if we can. Let's have a little look and see what's going on here at the moment.
Guy Brush is asking if the battery life of the Nova is as bad as the battery life on the Aegis Legend.
Didn't they fix the Aegis with a software update? Did they not do that?
I'm honestly not sure, but I can say that I've been using this since same batteries in here for a day and a half almost.
Okay.
And that's at 50 watts, and they're just about done now. So I don't think that's too bad, actually.
One thing that I'd like to know if it happens with yours, apart from the...
Yes, I've got that as well.
Apart from that, once the screen's gone to sleep for a little while, when you press the button to wake it up, does it kind of go... So it just fires for a split second? Like, not just for your button press. You take your finger off, and it still goes...
I've not noticed that, I must admit.
Fair enough.
Just there's Grumpy Old Vapor. I'm just giving him a link to that Facebook group. There we go. Boom.
Nice. Right, what else we got? Have we got any questions going on? Battery life, yeah. Ask Todd how Royal Mail are with hiding cobras. What?
I'm not happy.
Why? What happened? Actually, I think I saw something on your Facebook group talk about that. What's that all about then?
I sent my Cobra, my Hellfire Cobra, back to the company just to give it the once over, because I bought it second hand, so I wanted it checked out and made sure everything was okay.
Yeah.
And the post office lady she had a grump on. So she was giving me the 20 questions, and I was getting pissed off with her. So I just said, listen, there's nothing on the prohibited items list. Just post it, please.
Yeah.
And so I think I don't know if she has, but it's gone walkabout. It's been flagged. So it's going to I think there's a return centre or something in Ireland.
Right.
And I think it's going there. So Christ knows when I'll get it back or where it'll end up. Or if I do get it back, I don't know.
Bloody hell.
So
it's only, I mean, it's a mechanical as well with a MOSFET, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Not a mechanical with a MOSFET. That makes no sense. But unregulated with a MOSFET.
Yeah. But yeah. So I'm kind of pissed. I was hoping to have it back for Vape Fest, but if I get it back this year, I'll be happy.
You Vape Fest boys going off there with your willies hanging out and going, oh, look at my mod.
Just, you know that everybody's going to have a Bassium there anyway.
That'd be nice. That'd be nice.
Yeah, then get a wheat region.
Just Grant says, I'm using a drop RDA, but I want to try something different with a squonk pin for around 25 quid. Any advice? There is a whole mess of them now floating around. The drop, the Bonzers coming out, that's going to be around about 25, 30 quid, I imagine. But anything by Geek Vape or DigiFlavor or Vandy Vape, any of those people are producing some decent little atomizers now that are cheap as chips. And properly cheap as well. I'm just having a little look around to see if I've looked at anything super recently, and there's nothing on my desk that I've not mentioned already. But no, there is a whole mess of good RDAs floating around there. But doesn't always have to go brand spanking new. Don't forget, look at something like a Bonzer or a Drop or something if you've not, or a Dead Rabbit if you've not tried one of those, because they're all great RDAs.
Yeah, if you want to save money, go back and look at reviews from 6 months ago. You know, they're still just as good.
Absolutely. And also now, because you've got the drops, the Drop Dead has come out, you'll find that potentially the Dead Rabbit and the original Drop might have reduced in price as well.
Yeah, good point. Who else have we got? Rob Wigglers. Brand of any good looking drip tips for Hussar RDA? Pass. I haven't followed manufacturers for drip tips for quite some time. Siam Mods was always the drip tips that I got, but you've got what, Big, Bassy?
Big. I've got a few Big tips, and I do like them. They tend to fit what I stick them in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been having I like Big tips. I used to love old Gary's.
Yes.
Dibbers when he was doing them, but he stopped doing them now. But no, Big is does do some fantastic. And I think is it bigstips.co.uk or something?
I don't know.
I'll have a look. You talk while I'll have a look.
Well, you can multitask. Well, actually, I'll jump to this one. Julian saying, will you see a review for the Myth? Yes, you shall. EVL will be releasing. Oh, where is it? It's up here. Come to daddy. There we go. This little RDA here. This is from EVL, and this is getting released this week, I do believe. 316 stainless steel, but it's for really small coils, and it's very much a flavor. Yeah, it's just for small coils.
Yeah, if it's the flavour, you could put big coils in there. Hallmark, how are the Bastion sales going? Rather well, thank you very much indeed. Jufka Svensson, how do you like the Warrior RDA? I did talk about that on last week's show with young Richard V1CK. I saw him in chat earlier on. I don't know if he's still in it. But shite. I think... You know what?
It's shite.
I think I covered it last week, and I'm not going to say any more about it until I get to the review. So there we go. I'm not saying any more than I said last week. However, I did mention last week about the black ones having some issues, and I got a very, very nice message from the chap of the JMT Elite. I can't remember the chap's name, sorry, but I've got to have a look now because it's really going to upset me. Really nice email, and totally explained exactly what had been going on there and how they're working to get everything fixed and sorted and all that sort of good stuff. So I've got to give those guys props for recognizing that there was a voltage drop-ish, I can't remember, whatever issue it was, and they got onto it sharpish and got things sorted out. So good job for those guys. Yeah, I can't find his name. Johnny Dickerson. There we go, Johnny. Yes, sent me a very nice email. Not all of the black and the gunmetal ones were having problems, but a couple of them were. And, you know, that tends to happen when you have a first run of anything. So, you know, shit happens. We always whinge about the fact of being kind of beta testers and all that sort of stuff for big vape companies. But when things get mass produced rather than the small numbers that you're generating when you do a product, you can sort of run into a couple of challenges, but that gives you a chance to make things better. It's all about how the company deals with it then. about sorting things out. Dean, any word on a Bassium for sale in Ireland? I thought I saw that someone in Ireland was carrying them, but I can't remember who that was. If you go to Evolution Vaping, they might send to Ireland.
Just look for somebody in Ireland with really long arms. Sorry.
No.
There's Triple X Vape says, will I be getting one of the dual 18650 ARC Squonkers? By that, he's talking about Northern Dream Pipe mods that make this. This is the ARC. He's actually doing a dual 18650 version of it as well, which is very, very smart. But I don't know is the answer to that one. There we go.
Splendid. There we go. What else we got? Bill Thorne, thank you very much. What would you recommend? What would you recommend for mouse long only in throat hit and flavor for tobacco liquid between K-Fun Prime, Savor RTA, and Doggy RTA? What the hell's Doggy RTA?
It's a posh one.
Okay, well there you go then.
Depends what his budget is, really, at the end of the day, because there's a massive price difference between those.
I think if he got something like the Savor, grab one of them, see what it's cheap as chips, isn't it? So grab a Savor, see if that tickles your taste buds, and then if you want to build that collection, then you've got the Prime and things you can also get later on down the road.
Yeah. Samo is asking about the Monarchy. No, it's not one that I'm being contacted about, and I've not seen a review for it either.
But the what?
The Monarchy RDA. It's out of Poland.
Okay, right, fair enough. I thought that it should be something I knew about then, but obviously not.
No. It's the guy. It's actually the guy that runs and organised the vape meet in Poland at the castle that I went to last year.
Yeah.
So he makes stands. Well, you know the stand that I've got. He makes them. He makes lots of stands, but he made an ATI as well. So it's been out for a month or so, but it's very limited numbers.
Gotcha.
Facebook group, that kind of pish.
Gotcha. Ryan's asking if we'll be reviewing Mike Vape's Recurve Squonker. Well, Tofo tend to send stuff out to pretty much everyone, so I imagine so at some point in time. And I've seen Mike's presentation video of it, but I've not actually. No, I can't say. No, I haven't got one. I haven't got one now. So there we go. No, I've never had one. I'm not. Look, I've never had one. If they send me one, I'll review it. There you go. Oh dear, Johnny Drips was in chat. Hello, Johnny, if you're still here. What album's on your turntable, Mr. Todd?
Is it? Yeah, the Soul Mining.
There we go. Boof.
Ryan. Boom, boom, boom.
Ingvar's got a Coilmaster 521 Mini. Never correct when I put over to mod experience? ? It depends how far out it is, to be honest with you, and it depends how you're building. A lot of these things will find that if you build kind of under 0.12, 0.13, then things can go a little bit of awry. And if you go over like, I don't know, 2.5 or something daft, then things can go a little bit awry as well. So that's just one of those things. But I can't remember a problem with that. Can you?
No, it's just a guideline at the end of the day. It really is.
This is what I mean. One of the things I got when I do this, by the way, someone commented saying that I was mining for gold. It's because I get hairs go through a tash and they go up to my snout and give me a real tickle. What was I going to say?
It was something inspirational.
Building low. Just a lot of people really do focus on getting a low build. If you want a lower build, or you want a build that's going to heat up quicker, just try using something like stainless steel if you've not done it before, because if you're using N80, stainless steel is a little bit lower resistance than N80 as well, but it fires up, in my opinion, it fires up quicker. So also think about the type of coils you're doing. If you put in parallel 26 gauge stainless, for instance, in a mech, it'll go crazy mental, it'll go bonkers, and you can get a really decent sized coil in there with a sort of a decent resistance. So yeah, 26 gauge, 26. Don't just try and put big honking great big wire in something and build as low as humanly possible, because that doesn't always equate to having the biggest clouds, so to speak. Mark will tell you, he's all about the low builds.
Vasilis is saying, is the Monica RDA made by the same guy that makes the Geppettos? No, he's not. Totally different guy.
Marvelous. Question for the Vaping Biker: does the drop cap for the new drop give better flavor performance? Just wondering what you're thinking. Are you talking about the drop dead? No, the drop solo, the acrylic cap as opposed to the other cap. I will cover that in full in the review this week, but I don't know it's a whole hell of a lot of difference. There we go.
Oh, Chris is asking about cleaning your atties in the dishwasher. Funnily enough, we were just talking about this. I just put this through the dishwasher, my atty stand, and it came out really, really well. So, but I personally, I wouldn't put my atty through. Do you know how many? I don't know about you, but how many bits have you lost down the plug hole?
Loads.
It's just no.
The
I know.
most upsetting thing I think I've ever had was when I had an RDA. I can't remember what it was. It was quite a funky, heavy, chunky brass RDA, I think. And I wanted to take the 510 pin out for some reason or another. I can't remember what it was. And I did it when I was cleaning, and the insulator was really loose in there. Just came out, fucked off down the sink, gone. Couldn't get another insulator for weeks. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the birthday present that I sent to Todd. It's a tea towel.
Do you know what kind of narcissistic fucker would send that to you for your birthday?
Well, I know how you miss me. You can wrap it around a pillow when the wife's not there and just go to sleep next to me.
It's brilliant.
I did. Lynn Johnny Drews is part of the team that designed the warrior. I know, Lynn. All right, what else we got going on here? Oh, there we go. DNNS84 was asking if you had the present. Is that why you pulled that out?
Yes.
I use Milton to clean my atties. That's something that I wanted to ask you. You mentioned about the dishwasher a little while ago. Do you ever use any detergent or anything to clean your atomizers or squonk bottles? Because I just use warm water. That's all I use, or hot water even. And I find no problems with that whatsoever. But tell me what you do.
Most people know that if they get anything from me secondhand, it stinks of custard and it's covered in spaniel hair. But if I do clean anything, I tend just to use, if I'm in a hurry, it's just warm water. If I'm having a cleaning session, I will just use water, and I've got Milton's tablets that I stick in the ultrasonic.
Yeah.
But you have to be so careful with anything that's got any kind of coating on it.
Yes. Yeah. Ultrasonics can kill black RDAs. I know Mike Vapes does something quite good. I mean, I tend to use black RDAs for a couple of weeks and see if there's anywhere, like I showed on the Nada, I think it was. But Mike puts his through an ultrasonic, I think, to see if the finish stays on. I thought that was a really good idea. I might have to kind of adopt that thinking.
My head's too big.
You look really cool though. Off-roader says, Todd's reviews and Vaping Bike, I'm considering buying the Asmodus Nefarious RDTSA.
You made that up.
No.
That's not a thing, is it?
Apparently.
No, I've got to Google that now because I'm actually
There's one that I got asked for a review the other day, and I thought it was just ridiculous. It might have been that one. It might have been that one, because I was like, no, here we go. Org Vape have got a new dripper coming, and they're calling it. They said to me, we've got a new BTFC RDA.
Yeah, I saw that one as well.
And BTFC stands for bottom top flavor cloud. What? Bottom top flavor cloud? I don't get that at all. Trucking Vapes. What does Todd think of the Basium? He thinks it's amazing. He had to try in his review. He had to try and say that it wasn't the best squonker of 2018, because he felt that he would get chastised by the vaping community for doing so. However, he reviewed it and has used it on a daily basis ever since, and it's his favorite squonker ever.
Funnily enough, that's exactly what I was going to say.
But you do still use it though, don't you?
I do, yeah. I mean, it's great. I mean, I had see the wobble I had on this side of my desk. It's gone. It's just gone. It's quite funny that I have a little Facebook group, and it's not it is funny. It's the amount of people that take the piss out of the Basium is unbelievable. It really is.
And then they get it in their little hands and go, oh, it's not that big at all.
Yeah, but that's the thing. They've all got one.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so they're entitled to take the piss out of you because they have one and they do like them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Julian, Vaping Biker, that's Fagan's new RDA. I know. I reviewed it. Ding. Is there any truth that B&Q are going to be selling the Basium? Dominic?
Get pumped.
I'm really going to do some t-shirts called, I don't know, hashtag fucking brick life or something like that. I don't know. Is there a safe clear coating we can use on the inside of a copper Atty, asks Meech. I'm going to go with no on that one.
Yeah, I mean, that's nah. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, you see, I mean, I've had Jesus Christ, Trucking Vapes is paying for the questions. Anyway, I've seen some really shitty copper ones coming out of China with really poor grade copper, and you leave it alone for a couple of days and it goes green.
Yeah. But I mean, any copper Atty, the top will go wrong at some point in time through lack of use. If you leave kind of juice in there or just condensation in the air, can turn things. So when you look at buying an atomizer, always think about the quality of what you're buying, but also the upkeep, because I mean, it's like those two caps for the Dead Rabbit. They're great, the Butcher and the other one, fantastic caps, but you have to be on top of cleaning them. But luckily, they're pretty easy to clean. There are. Oh, hello.
Look at that.
And on the inside. It's not terrible on the inside. It's more on the outside, but
it's not terrible. But yeah, no, I was going to run a cloth around it, but that's unfair.
So, Trucking Vapes, thank you very much for another $2 donation there. What are your thoughts on the Dead Rabbit RTA? I haven't got one, and I doubt I'll get one. Generally, I don't get sent RTAs because I don't really review them unless I really like them, like I did with the intake. But no, so I haven't got one. And I don't think you've got one either, have you, Todd?
No, I haven't got one, buddy. I haven't got one.
Yeah.
And after yeah. The wonderful L. Ashton, who always takes the piss out of me, I would just like to add.
That's good. Lois is in my corner. He's one of the original 4%ers. It's all good.
Any suggestions for a 21700 make a squonk mod that uses the MM510? I'll tell you, I would have a look at that video I did for Cloud Laboratory, where you kind of order your own. they've got a 21700, and I think you can do it with a Modmaker 510 as well. That might be worth a look.
Good stuff. What's in the woods? Is Maplin shut down? Yes. Can you clean a black Cerakote mech tube in an ultrasonic cleaner safely? No, M16. There we go. Are you going to review the Tauren mech by any chance, Lasso? I nearly bought one because they were I saw them and they were super cheap. I think they were at Grey Haze, I think, and they were crazy cheap, and I nearly got one, but I'm quite pleased they didn't, because at that point I think they'd have had the wobbly button that that Grim was talking about. But what I'm really unsure about with that mech mod, and I haven't got one, so I can't comment too deeply on it, but I don't know if you've seen it Mark, but Grim had one of these mechs, a cheapo mech, seemed to do what it needed to do, seemed to be all right, but it had a really wobbly button. They sent him another button out, and I think, if memory serves, and someone in chat will correct me, I'm sure if I'm wrong, but they just packed it full of grease.
Really?
That can't be a good thing, can it?
No, I wouldn't have thought so.
So yeah, that's the thing. But no, I haven't got one. Nearly bought one, didn't get around to it, and it's too late now. It's been out too long. What is Todd's thoughts on saving the trees, Bassian packaging? It's all about saving the trees. Some people have pointed and jeered and take. I did have someone. I had someone. I saw someone comment somewhere that they weren't going to buy one because it was a piece of shit, because they keep the boxes and they didn't want because it's recycled cardboard, they didn't want it melting away in the cupboard while they weren't using it. So in that case they could sell it later on down the line. You can't. How do you argue with people with that mentality? It's recycled card. It's not made of bloody sugar paper. What you got?
I mean, unless all my mods come in boxes like that. I mean, that's how it should have come.
Well, absolutely. In fact, I will do that for you for a mere £350.
Yes, and that's what this mod cost. Yeah, if you're going to get a boner over packaging, then you have a sad life. But that's just me.
Absolutely. And I'm doing my little bit for saving the universe. So there you go. I'm really getting more hippie in my anyway. Moving on. Have you seen Mike Vape's new Squonker? Your thoughts, Triple X? We mentioned that earlier on, my friend. Yes, we've seen it. Saw Mike's presentation. Haven't got one, so can't really give you any thoughts on it. Is there anything else? Any more? Because we're not going to be going on forever. Are there any vape shops in the UK that stock the Haku Vena top caps? That's for you.
Not that I'm aware of. Try online Squonk Radar. Try there, maybe.
Yeah.
If you don't want to do Facebook groups, then try Squonk Radar. There are plenty of. No, I try Squonk Radar first. I'll also point out at the Grim Jackian just pointed out, Ostrix Creations have just released a 21700 half. And he's done a really smart job in it, because that's the original half, and that was the half S, which is just a tiny little bit smaller, both 18650s, but he's taken the original one and he's managed to squeeze in a 21700 in this body.
Oh, bloody hell.
But that will be that's a Facebook. No, well, yes, it's a Facebook thing. Or come to Vape Fest this weekend. I'm sure he's going to be there and selling them.
Gotcha.
Will not buy one. Don't buy one. Don't buy one.
James Whiting is correct to me. He said, no, they trapped the ball bearing in a housing and the small sections in dielectric grease. Well, there you go then. That answers that one. Are you going to publish the full mech voltage drop chart that I do? No, Wolfheart. No, I'm not. And I've talked about it in the past. The whole point of it is in relation to the other mods that I've tested on my rig. They're not standalone figures. They're not like what Mooch is doing in super technical ways. They're not standalone figures, so they're not to be used. If I put them on my website or something along those lines, people would then share that around, and that's not what I want. That's not what that's designed to do. Will Todd be coming out with a vaping device anytime soon? Yes, I think he's doing a quad stacked tube, just to be in friends with his friends over in Germany, and so he can hit those fat sick clouds.
Yes, bro, fam, lit.
Oh, shut your face! There's a thing with bro. Okay, when I was riding, it was a thing that you don't bro me if you don't know me. That was a thing. But it's kind of got into more common vernacular, so it kind of works these days. But recently I've been having messages from people calling me fam. All right, fam, how you doing? Thanks, fam. I'm too old for that. I can't cope with it. I can only just cope with bro, and occasionally I'll use a bro, but no, I can't do fam. Sorry. Right.
Louis asking, how am I getting on with the Cloud One Boosted? This is the Cloud One Boosted here. I absolutely adore this little RTA. I think it's gorgeous. It's very, very simple, but it's cleverly built. I've got a 0.35 ohm coil in this. I'm running it at 25 watts, which is unusual for an ATI like this, but it wicks very, very well. I have no issues with it. No issues with it at all, mate.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I just zoned out completely then. Alpha says they should do 18650X batteries for more capacity and maintain the size. Alpha, don't forget, they don't really make batteries just for vaping. So, we're a tiny portion of the 18650 buying world. So because of that, it's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And I mean, 18650s are going up. If you go to Mooch's channel once again and go and check out his website and all that sort of good stuff, then he always has the up-to-date figures. And interestingly, some of the VAP cells that have been rewraps of really good batteries have started going downhill. So if you're a VAP cell buyer, then go and check out what Mooch has done on that, because that's pretty important in the grand scheme of things as well. Right. I don't think there's anything left. Alex, look, bless him. He's gone fam equals family. Cheers. Cheers, Alex. I'm not old. I know I'm old, but I'm not, just tell you, it's lucky he's pretty. Right.
M16 skills. No, I'm not. Just
fair enough.
Not.
Right, unless there's any others, get another. Oh, hello, hang on, get rid of that one. Oh no, I've lost it. Twat. Oh,
yeah, I was gone.
Good man, well done. Are you starting up a 101 series? I did start that ages ago, and to be honest with you, I just got so busy I kind of stopped doing them. Then more recently I decided I was going to do like a 2-minute Tuesday, massively stolen from Peter McKinnon, but a 2-minute Tuesday, just as a quick kind of how to do something like make a spaced coil or do whatever else. But and I'm going to aim to try and do those once I can clear things through, because my streaming setup is much better than it's ever been now. It means that I can do a video pretty quickly. So yes, there will be some more of those going on.
I'm sorry, are you telling me you're going to do a video where you only talk for 2 minutes?
I know. Well, no. The how-to bit is 2 minutes. There might be a little bit of fluff at the start and the finish.
No, not buying it. Not buying it.
Oh, hello. I've just lost all my windows. There we go. Trucking, I have none. Right. Did you get the new top caps that Mike Vapes did for the recurve? No, actually. Have you had any of those 22mm top caps for the recurve?
Yeah, they came in last week.
Shut your face. You haven't really. You're lying.
Yeah.
Sorry. No, I've not tried one, not seen them, but I'd like to give one a go, see what it's all about, for sure. Now, I think that's good. I think we're the intake is a killer tank. There we go. My fave RTA. Boof. Job's a good one. I think we're done. Anything that you want to talk about?
I have nothing. I've nothing. I just I'm going to ignore chat because they're starting to take the piss out of you. And actually, people having problems with the intake.
Yeah, I just read that, and Richard had a challenge with it as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
I think you and I were the same. The first build I put in there worked fine and dandy.
Yeah, I found it bang first time. Cut the wick at 45 degrees, poke the tails through, boom, job done. And I think it's he's not in here, is he? I'm not wanting to say nice things if he hears me.
Yeah.
It is for a cloudy RTA. It's possibly my favorite this year. So
yeah, I mean, it is crazy restricted, but it's my favorite for the cloudy side of things for sure.
Yeah, but no, I've not got anything else. Oh, did I show you this? No, sorry. Before we go, did I show you that one? That's from Torque Mods.
Okay, yeah.
I think it's from the Philippines again, but it's SX475.
Yeah.
And squonky.
Yeah.
It's pretty smart.
18650.
No. 21. Well, taking 18650 up to 21700.
Does it take a 45mm Atty?
Well, funnily enough, some idiot never centered the 510. I mean, who in this day and age builds a mod doesn't center the 510?
Hey, shut you up.
That's just shit pattern. That's
right. I think we're all good. I think we're all good and gravy now. So right on that one, thank you so much for joining us. Sorry, it's been a warm one, 29 degrees in here at the moment. So I'm a little bit tired. So sorry if it's not been quite as spunky, but I think we've had all right. We've had a bit of a giggle. I think I've quite enjoyed it.
You just wanting to go because it's the last Love Island, isn't it?
I didn't even know that was still on the television.
I knew. I could see you getting twitchy. I thought that's it started. He's wanting to go now.
I'm fairly sure that says more about you than it does me. Right now, are you going to do it? I'm not gonna fuck about tonight.
Okay, right. Okay.
Pay attention. Don't go too quick. Are you ready?
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You sure?
Go.
Is there juice in your tank?
No.
I'm going.
Just fuck.
I'm now about to do it. Right. Thank you so much for watching another Monday Night Live. Thank you for hanging out with us and spending a bit of time. If you do want to support the channel, everything is independent, no paid jump queue jumps or any of that sort of business. So any support is genuinely welcomed and appreciated. So go ahead over to Patreon if you want to do that. Also, there is the PayPal me link underneath as well. So thank you very much indeed. Oh, there's also merch at vapingbiker.co.uk. I don't really own anything from that, but give it a go. Here we go. Right, Mr. Todd, the camera is on you. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next Monday. Have a large.